Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you, because I can't stand it when I can't snap, because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 1990, the year that I graduated from high school. Yay, Greyhounds. That's something I never thought I'd ever say in my life. The album, Divorce AF. D-I-V-O-R-C. Do you guys remember that song? Back in the day, that country song? Oh my God, my dad loved that song. I should have seen some things coming when my dad would play that song in the car every day. Anyway, the country tribute. Here you come again, just when I began to get my life together. You waltz back in the door. How are you guys doing today? Today, we're going to talk about the ever ongoing drama between Jaclyn Hill and John Hill, who have now been separated and divorced. I mean, it's been like a year and a half, 2 years at this point, and this drama just continues and continues and continues. And yesterday, I made this video that was literally like 15 minutes of an intro, and then I kind of like just slid this Jaclyn Hill drama in. And before I get into all of this, I need my lip gloss. Now I have to show you, I'm completely out of my Lunar Beauty Celine lip gloss. I'm not happy about it, okay? But don't fret, because I have 3 more right here. So anyway, let's get into this. But yesterday I made this video about Jaclyn Hill, and she had received this t-shirt. Here, I'll post it up here somewhere for you to see. And let me get my lip gloss on for you. So, because everything's prettier with lip gloss. It solves all the world's problems, I believe. But anyway, she had received this t-shirt to badass Jaclyn Hill, supposedly, and then a lot of people were coming for her and saying that that was mean to John Hill and all this kind of stuff. So I did this little drama video about it, and I said that, you know, and she said he didn't care and all this kind of stuff. And so I was like, oh, I think this t-shirt is kind of funny, blah, 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 whatever. Well, John Hill didn't think it was funny, and he responded to it today on Instagram, and Jaclyn Hill has responded to what John Hill said on, okay, so Jaclyn posted this on her Instagram story, John Hill put it in an Instagram post, and Jaclyn Hill posted it on a Twitter thing. See, like how it goes like that? We can't have normal conversations like real adults, okay? We gotta cross-pollinate the social media aspect, right? And I do have to say, okay, in all of this, because John Hill posted the picture of the t-shirt, and then he said some things which I'll tell you in just a second. I have to tell you, okay, you know, like, I don't think there is anything sexier than a man defending himself in an Instagram post and whining and complaining. I think that is so sexy. I do, you know. Actually, I have to tell you, so if you don't know what the t-shirt said, it said, 2020 is still better than, not the TV show, but 2020 is still better than my first marriage, okay? I thought the t-shirt was funny. You can get it on Amazon. I'm kind of surprised Jaclyn Hill didn't put a swipe up on that, because you can get it on Amazon. I looked it up. It's like $13 for the extra small all the way up to $23. It's actually available on several different websites. You can go get it there if you want to. Just Google the t-shirt like I did, and you'll find it. I actually thought the t-shirt was kind of funny. Now, I will tell you, what I would have thought was sexy from John Hill if he had done this is if he had ordered the t-shirt and then posted a picture of himself in the t-shirt. That would have been funny. Because Jaclyn Hill's already talked about it, see? Because he's like, well, if I had done it first and people would have come for me, who cares? You guys are divorced. This is why, listen, okay? This is why I don't have my exes in my life, okay? I know people are like, well, I'm really good friends with my... Listen, if you want to be good friends with your exes, more power to you, okay? I'm civil with my exes. If I see them out, I'm like, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. Tell your moms I said hi, all that kind of stuff, right? But I don't need to be good Judies with them. I don't need to know who they're kissing. I don't need to know who they're effing. I don't need to know all that kind of stuff. I just don't. I wish them all the best. I hope they have the best lives ever. I truly, truly do. And I'm thankful that with all of my exes, we parted on pretty good terms. So, but I don't need to know what's going on in their life, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just scrolling through years later on their Instagrams. Apparently, this was sent to him, which is why he addressed it. So let's get into this. Let me tell you. what this is all about. Now, Mike and Judy's, they ask me all the time, they're like, well, did you see, I was looking at it, they've broken up for 3 days, right? And then they're like, oh, did you see on his Instagram, and he posted it, now he's with Judy Smith, and she's in a bikini on his boat, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you unfollow him from the Instagram, girl, it's just not that deep, okay? Well, I know, but I need to stay in contact with his friends. No, you don't, he's your ex, okay? He's your ex. He's out of your life. The thing that's supposed to focus on me is over here, and it's not. It's focusing over on this thing. There, it's back to my face. But anyway, no, you don't need to have contact with his family anymore, unless y'all have been together for 15 years and you have kids together and things like that, okay? But other than that, no, you don't, okay? And you're just bringing yourself harm and detriment, and you're just making yourself sad when you're sitting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're looking through their Instagram. You know I'm talking right to you, okay? And you're all sad and you're seeing that their life went on. Hey, listen, I have talked about this many, many times on my Peterisms channel, okay? It is 10 times harder, the grieving process, when that person is out there and they are going on with their life, living their good life, dating somebody else, having fun, and you're not part of that anymore. That is hard, okay? That is some hard C-R-A-P, okay? I ain't putting no 25 cents in the cuss jar today. So you just unfollow this, but don't follow him. Now, John Hill, he done unfollowed me. I don't know what I said that upset John Hill, but he unfollowed me. Probably what I said yesterday. So anyway, let's get into this. John Hill, he posted this picture on the Instagram, and then, hold on, let me get to it. And then he said, I got all the screenshots right here. Whitney, the receipts. Whitney. And then he put it underneath here, dude, if you're going to freak at me, dude is apparently Jaclyn Hill, we're referring to her as dude now. Dude, if you're going to freak at me every time I mention your existence, and don't do petty BS like this, one-sided much. And I think he's referring to, like, a week ago, he posted this picture of them and put, like, this thing over her and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, it caused all this kind of drama. I don't remember her coming out and saying a whole lot about it. Maybe she did, but I didn't see all that, okay? So anyway, then he goes in here, and what's interesting is he starts a lot of the comments in the comments threads. Like, it's not other people saying things first. It's like the top 5 comments are all from John Hill. Like, he's commenting on his own post, okay? So that was interesting to me. So he goes underneath here and he says that. And then he says, I get S.H.I. took on her videos. He called a liar on her Twitter, and I said one word about her. No, I took the blame for the marriage, took the blame for the addiction, and she's still throwing shade. Grow up. She wasn't throwing shade in this post. If you watch the Instagram story, which I'm not going to include again, she just said it was funny and whatever. I thought it was funny. Are we not grown folk, okay? Are we not grown adults that if somebody has a t-shirt like that long after you're out of that relationship, that you can kind of take a joke over it? I mean, if not, then maybe we need to pull it in and we need to talk to somebody about our feelings and our emotions, okay? But we don't need to take that to Instagram unless we're going to get all petty and stuff about it, okay? Now, I have to tell you, it's really interesting underneath here. There are a lot of comments underneath each thread, and a lot of the comments were people saying that Jaclyn Hill built her name on his family's namesake. What? Is this, what's that, what, Game of Thrones? I mean, are we talking about, like, namesake from, like, 3,000 years ago? His last name is Hill, one of the most common names in the United States. I don't know elsewhere, okay? But it's not like, I mean, she built her name on his namesake, and people were, like, going crazy about that, right? And I thought that was really, like, if you want to have an argument with people and say, like, Jaclyn flaunts her relationship all over the world, and that must be hurtful for him, even though right after they broke up, he had a new girlfriend that she started her own. Remember that Ashley girl? Was that her? Ashlyn. Ashlyn, she started her own makeup channel. She got her own makeup channel still. He started that and he helped her out. Do you remember that? Now, people don't want to remember. They want to rewrite history, okay? Yeah, he did that. He's done a lot of hurtful things, okay, since they've been separated and apart. And that's what people that, like, hurt people. They do this to each other. Jaclyn and John do this to each other. I don't think they have any business hanging out with each other, talking to each other, okay? There's no reason to be calling each other on the phone, texting each other. There's not. And I can tell you right now, if I was that Jordan dude and they were texting each other, and I'm not insecure, okay? I mean, I'm just not whatsoever. I'd be like, what business do you have to talk to John about? Like, I don't understand that, okay? Oh, about a picture on Instagram? No, ma'am. Get over it, okay? So he goes on and he says, I'm honestly not even mad at the shirt. I think it's kind of funny. Okay, so he thinks the t-shirt's funny too. But I just hate that I even mention her name at all. She DMs me within 5 seconds and then does this. It's just so one-sided. That's what annoys me. So he's now taken to Instagram and complaining about Jaclyn Hill. This is what, for me, is like, why do you need to do that? Okay, I don't understand the need to go to Instagram or Twitter and complain about. I just think that's a bad look, okay? It's just a real bad look, even if it's the truth, you know. And personally, I just want to say, okay, now, I haven't listened to a lot. I know people are going to be mad when I say this, okay? I haven't listened to a lot of John Hill's award-winning platinum albums, but when people want to come for her and say that she built her makeup industry on his name, how many of you out there would know John Hill was even a musician or who he was if he wasn't married to Jaclyn Hill? I'm just asking, okay? Not that that really matters, but I'm just asking. So that's interesting to me. So he now considers himself a public figure, right? Because he was married to Jaclyn Hill. Because I haven't seen him play the Grammys, or I'm just asking. Maybe he did and I didn't know, okay? So apparently he feels like he needs to defend himself. And why? I think a classier move would just be say nothing, okay? And if you want to take the SH I took, like I said, order that t-shirt. Just post a picture of yourself looking real good standing there, okay, in that t-shirt and being like, I love this t-shirt. That's called shade, okay? So anyway, then he said, she got mad when I posted an old pic of us telling Facebook to stop reminding me I'm divorced. And she did say something about that because he had posted that on there. Okay, he goes on. Trust me, there are two sides to every story, but that story will remain untold as for my part. Well, I thought what this was interesting after I read this right away was that, do you guys remember that he came out and did this magazine interview? Like, not this square over here needs to move over to my face to focus on my face. Can you, come on now. This is why my editing is so fine. Don't even worry about it. Okay, there it goes. But do you remember he came out and he did that magazine interview? I do, because I read the magazine interview. He had a music video that came out and all that kind of stuff. And he talked about the marriage in there. He talked about it long before Jaclyn Hill ever did, right? That was your opportunity to tell your side of the story. This is what I don't like, okay? If you're going to come out and you're going to say there's two sides to every story and you're defending yourself in a public forum of which you two are public figures, okay, then this is what I think, right? Don't come out and say, well, I've got a lot of stories. There's two sides to every, maybe there's 3, 4, 5 sides to every story, okay? But if you're going to say that, tell your side of the story. Why don't you throw up a video on YouTube and tell your side of the story? I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear that, okay? About what a vicious, hateful person Jaclyn Hill was. And maybe she was in your marriage, okay? But that doesn't have a whole lot to do with her being a makeup artist. Maybe you weren't the greatest person in the marriage either, okay? I'm kind of a believer that in every marriage that kind of falls apart, both people have some part in that of what's going on. Don't you think? I do, you know? I know when my marriage wasn't doing great and we got into marriage counseling, that was because, you know, both of us had a part in what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if you're going to, like, repair your relationship, you're going to repair your marriage, don't talk about, that to me is 15-year-old stuff about who broke up with who. It doesn't matter who broke up with who. It just doesn't, okay? Who broke up with who and whose fault it was and all that. And I'm not talking about real serious, hardcore stuff with relationships, okay? But when you're going to come out and you're going to say there's two sides to every story, then tell your side, okay? Don't be all elusive like that, like there's two sides to every story, but I'm not going to tell it because that's... Okay, then you shouldn't have said it to begin with. Then you should have just kept your mouth zipped. Okay, that's how I feel about it. Told my nieces that I adore him, call him Uncle Farn. Like, why? Okay, I don't understand that one at all. I don't really understand a lot of what he says. It's hard to understand these. This was sent to me by like 10 people. Trust me, I'm not stalking her stuff, he says. So it goes on and on and on. She said she thought, I cannot understand this. She said she thought you sent it to her as a joke. She did say that, okay? And he said, that's a lie from her. She didn't think that. Well, I don't know if she did or not, but she said it in her live story. So then somebody says, she said in her IG story, you guys talking the regular, and this was no shade, so I don't know. And he said, yeah, she blew off my last text, so okay. She's your ex, dude. She's your ex. Like, she doesn't owe you that. Like, this is so crazy to me. Like, this is, I mean, do you guys have exes? Like, I have exes that I was together with and lived with for long periods of time. If I texted one of them and they didn't text me back, I'd be like, I guess they don't want to talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand it. It's just not that deep. You know what I mean? So anyway, oh my God, I got out of all my stuff here. Hold on just a second. Okay. Someone sent it to her, LOL, chill. And he said, yeah, but if I posted this, it would have been a war. The most I've ever done was put my dog's paw on my hand and copies hers, because I was hurt back then. And then someone said, well, here's the thing though, like, if she had done it, if you had done, then just don't, okay? Here. put one foot in front of the other, delete her off of all social media, don't interact with anybody. But the problem is that the people that followed him because of her are now fans of him, and he knows that. So, like, he gets a lot of social media interaction off of that, right? Just like how a lot of you contact my husband and send him, you know, DMs and real nice messages. Somebody yesterday sent the nicest message in the whole world. Here, I should, she said I should give a little shout out because he sent this to me. Hold on a second. My husband's always so good to send this stuff to me. Where is it at? Hold on a second. We were shading each other because he took what character are you on Schitt's Creek, and he was so excited because he got Alexis, right? So I took it and I got Stevie. And then he said, no, you're Roland. He wishes. And I said, you're the turd on the side of the road. And he said, and you're the turd that got stepped on and is stuck in the shoe and always stinks because you can't get it out. This is how my husband and I talk to each other. And I said, and you're the fly that licks it up. And he said, can't get to it because it's stuck in the bottom. This is our relationship. Okay? So anyway, but I got Stevie. So anyway, and then we were sending each other screenshots of the next Ryan Murphy, American Horror Story 10 and American Horror Stories. Okay, he sent me, where is this at? I sent him pictures of the dogs. Come on now. Where is it that he sent this to me? I think her name was Kim, maybe. Which real sweet. Where did he send it to me? Remember, he just showed it to me. I think he just showed it to me. Because I don't see it in here. Anyway, you know, like, he knows that a lot of his people are from Jaclyn. So he continues to play this, okay? Why are we like a year and a half? She didn't say like a whole lot about it. She just showed the t-shirt. You're the one getting all bent out of shape about it, dude. If we're going to call people dude. Dude and dudette. God. Okay. And then, so somebody said, what's your side? And he said, I have a massive side, but I won't tell my side because I'm not like that. No one's business. You don't tell your side, but you get in an Instagram post and you want to like go back and forth and defend yourself. Petty match over a t-shirt. Over a t-shirt. And then people are like, well, it's not a t-shirt, okay? It's because Jaclyn Hill is once again, blah, 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 blah. It's like, y'all, okay, this is unhealthy. This is unhealthy. You go your separate ways, okay? Then someone said, what's your side? And someone said, respect. And somebody else said, understand that 100%. I don't. Don't say there's another side to the story, okay? Jaclyn's really never come out, I mean, she's talked a little bit about her relationships. She's never come out and said that, if that's not. So what's the other side of the story? She's texting you at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning? Well, if you're going to come out and say this and say that, you said some other things on here, so that was interesting to me. I don't know, if an ex-husband put me through, somebody said, through hell and back, I think I'd be entitled to joke about it since I'm finally over the trauma about it. And he said, what's funny is even after everything I've kept to myself, the last thing I told her was apologize for everything and I'm happy she found love. Well, I think that's real nice. Okay, I think that's how we should feel for everybody, you know? This doesn't resonate with that statement. Someone said, y'all saying, oh, it was sent to her. She just thought it was funny. That doesn't mean she has to post it. She just as easily could have sent it to a friend and laughed. This is shade. He has every right to be annoyed. I would have sent it. I would have posted it. True story. I think that's straight up the funniest. I think it is. And I think, you know, we are so, like, bent out of shape about every little... This, you guys, is just not that big of a deal. It just isn't. To get that butt hurt over it. I'm telling you right now, if one of my exes posted this on Instagram or Facebook or whatever and somebody sent it to me, I'd be like, well, they're right. You know, they're right. I mean, that's what I would say about it. True story. I mean, you know, that's why we're not together anymore. Because 2020, no matter how bad it is still better in the end of that last relationship, you know? And I wish my exes the best, and they're happy. I know they are, you know? But, like, I mean, that's the point. We're not together anymore, right? Do you get it? Okay, like... It's not that deep. We really want to get real. People are real upset about this in the comment sections. And Jaclyn's so disrespectful. And you have a right to stand up. Y'all are kissing John's ass. It is so, it's just, the kiss story is unbelievable. So then Jaclyn takes to Twitter. Okay, girl, this is what killed. Just let it die. Okay, this horse has been beat to death so many times. Just let it die. So Jaclyn says, she responded to somebody about the picture, and she says, we just got off the phone. He told me he posted this because someone sent him the screenshot, and he didn't even watch the story. He thought I was throwing shade and reacted. Then take the picture down if he really feels like that. The picture is still up. He's got multiple upon multiple upon multiple comments, and they're defending himself. And then this person said, the thing is, I would send it to him and first to see and talk his reaction and then post it. Girl! Seriously? They have been apart for almost 2 years, you guys, if not longer, okay? You would send a picture to your ex if you were a public figure and be like, are you okay if I post? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Seriously? Like, I'm either going to have so many people that are going to come for me and be like, yeah, that's the respectful thing to do. Okay, that's a respectful thing to do. That's not the realistic thing that anybody would do, okay? I would, if I was going to post a picture of this, I'm telling you right now, I would not. My exes, like, I talked to my last ex, I don't know when that I was with before my husband now. I don't know, it was like a year and a half ago or something like that. I don't remember when or what it was about. Oh, we had a friend of ours that passed away. That was last summer. So I talked to him a year ago last summer. And, you know, I was talking to him. He didn't even know what I was doing on the YouTubes and all that kind of stuff. And I said, there's been some people out there that have said, like, you know, whatever, that, like, you broke up with me because I was the worst boyfriend in the entire world. He started laughing. He goes, they don't even know anything about our relationship. They don't, you know? And he was like, you were a fantastic boyfriend. And I said, and you were too. We just fell out of love. That's happened sometimes. I know it's hard to believe, but that's what happens sometimes, you know? He don't watch my stuff. He don't care. Hell, my own husband doesn't watch my own videos. You know what I mean? All these people getting bent out of shape. Come on, grown folk. My God. They're 22-year-olds having more. Listen, having more. I was watching that Welcome to Plathville. Y'all watch that show. Those people haven't even had a Coca-Cola. Oh, my Lord. They haven't, okay? That one kid that got married when he was 20, I think just to drink margaritas and tequila, but I think that's why he got married. And that wife of his, that Olivia, I love her, but she's like the devil spawned of that family, you know? And then they made that one brother, like he looked like he was a Versace model. They made him into like this model, and the whole family's falling apart and all this kind of stuff. All because of that daughter-in-law. She's like the devil spawned. She took that one 16-year-old daughter right up into the Castro district in San Francisco. I absolutely lived for that. Anyway, what was I talking about? About something to do with it. Oh, people get married. Yeah. See, they're married on there. They're like 22 years old, you know. Here we are, married and divorced. Had your whole relationship over on public image, YouTube, social media platform, and y'all can't act like adults. Act like adults, okay? I don't personally, and this is not me taking one side or the other, I don't think there was anything kind of funny. I don't think there's anything wrong with Jaclyn posting that picture. This is my personal opinion. It's my opinion! I love that so much. Okay? And if John wants to post this all over the Instagram and look foolish, hey, have at it too, okay? You're finally just you're continuing to divide those that like you and those that like Jaclyn. At the end of the day, find out who stands on your side. It's not going to be pretty, okay? But like, you know what? To me, if you want to throw shade back and do something like that, do it and don't make any excuses for it. Sit there on the t-shirt all day long, okay? But this, to me, is like, it's weak, okay? Honestly, it's weak. It's like, I don't get it, okay? So anyway, and then somebody responds and says, Jaclyn responds to this person. Where are my reading glasses? I can't see. Hold on a second. Okay. Jaclyn responds to this person and said that she should have sent it to him to approve. And she says, we are divorced. We don't, exactly, girl. Exactly. I love that she said that. We are divorced. We don't run things by each other. Like, do you think that when John Hill was posting all of his excursions with Trisha Paytas, that Jaclyn Hill was approving that behind the scenes? You think so? After the way that Trisha Paytas is talking about Jaclyn Hill now? You think that John was sending those deals to Jaclyn to approve? Okay, long before Jordan was in the picture, or, I mean, publicly in the picture. We don't know really when he was in the picture, but you know what I'm saying? Come on now. So she said, we are divorced. We don't run things by each other. She's like, crying emoji. It was not supposed to be about him directly. That's obvious if you watch the story. I mean, it was obviously about him, because that's her only, like, ex, you know? If I wanted to be shady, I wouldn't have gone about it like that. It's being taken way too far. And this person responded and said, this is the same person that said that she should have sent him for his reaction. She said, I know, I watched her stories yesterday and thought, okay, as a joke, but then saw John post and throw me off a little. Maybe you have sympathy for him. Maybe he's not okay. Maybe he's not okay. Okay? Maybe he's not. And then I feel sorry for him. Then get somebody professionally to talk to about this, because the ending of this marriage is really taking a toll on you, and maybe you discussing it and playing it out on social media is not the healthiest of things. Maybe it's not, okay? And I have sympathy for anybody that's going through that. But after 2 years, if you're responding and reacting to things like this on social media, after you've talked to your ex on the phone, because she gave you courtesy, she says right here that we talked on the phone, unless that's a lie straight from the pit of hell, when John just said that she didn't return his text. You know, after all that, you're still upset about things. Maybe that's the time to talk to somebody. Like, that does concern me. And hey, listen, before you come for me on this video, I have had John Hill's back many, many times in my videos, okay? I've been very sympathetic for him. We are both family in recovery, okay? I have reached out to him personally as a person in recovery. He didn't respond. That's fine. But you know what? He followed me for a long time. I know, like, but this, to me, is like, this is something silly that has turned into something huge, okay? So, I think we're kind of taking it a little bit too far at this point. And then someone said, he is literally displaying that he doesn't care by doing SHI took, like the Trisha Paytas SHI took. Why should she? And to me, you know, it's like, if we're going to have sympathy for everybody, let's have sympathy across the board. Like, there's a lot of things that John Hill has done, right? And it's not like one trumps the other. They're exes, okay? Man, I have friends of mine that they have like, well, I have friends of mine that have been ruthlessly done over by their exes, okay? Flaunted relationships in their face and things like that, and blah, 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 blah. Hell, I remember the first time I ever went out to a bar after my ex and I broke up when Alex and I started dating. And my ex and I broke up in December, and Alex and I started dating the following August, right? So it was about end of August, September that we went out to a bar, and I knew he'd probably be there or whatever. He's real social. And I said, hey, listen, I said, when we go out tonight, Alex, I said, let's not, you know, do a lot of PDA and whatever like that when we're out at the bar. This is back when this bar, Talbot Street, was open in Indianapolis. I said, because I don't want to make him feel bad. I don't want to flaunt it in his face and stuff like that. And he said, okay, you know, whatever. And we go out there, and we're on the dance floor, and I swear to God, I hadn't been on that dance floor 2 seconds before I look over, and there is my ex with his tongue down somebody else's throat. Good for you. Good for you for getting some. You know what I mean? But listen, okay? It just doesn't have to be that deep. We've been broken up at that point almost a year. That's okay. He's grown folk. He can do what he wants to do. Okay? I don't know. This would be hard for me. Like, I've thought a lot about this, you know? I thought about, like, what would happen if my husband and I broke up, and, like, how would I handle that in a social aspect and whatever, you know? I hope I would handle that the same way that I would handle it in my personal life, you know? There's some things you don't do, there's some things you don't do. This was a joke. It just wasn't that big of a deal. I know there are going to be some of you out there that are like, this is so hurtful. And the rest of you are going to be like, yeah, it's just not that big of a deal. And then there's going to be a lot of you out there that are going to be ordering this shirt. I have to tell you, I do have to tell you this. When I went on the Amazon, hold on a second. I went on the Amazon and I did not order this shirt, okay? No, I should though, shouldn't I? That would be so funny if I wore this shirt in a video. But when I was looking on here, I went down to read the comments. Let me read you some of the comments. Hilarious shirt. My fiance got so many compliments. My fiance. Talking about his ex relationship. Every time he wore it, the print is large. Okay. Someone said, order the 2XL for my husband. Okay, about his ex, right? And as that's his usual size. Fits great. Exactly as described. Pretty damn funny shirt. Bought for a family member who laughed like crazy. I mean, okay. It's like... Let's just get real serious about everything, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.